Virgos, welcome to Tarot and Heal. Welcome to the place where we tarot and heal our way to self-love and unity consciousness, hopeful as well. Welcome to your energy reading for the month of September. Let's see what's going on. I come to you, humbly God, thanking you for your divine guidance, providing messages of divine light, divine love, in accordance with the divine will. What is it that the Virgo collective needs to know? So we do have deep replenishment, rest, retreat, be held. All right, we have to take a break. Oh gosh. These are two cards of taking a break, okay? If it's not being made clear, they said it once, they said it again. Take a break. If you got PTO, go on and take that thing, okay? We have to take a break. A life's work, not a season. Get off the mother effing treadmill. All right, and then we have Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. There's a need to take a little bit of a break and allow spirit to work. You might be getting in the way. Your work actually might be getting in the way of what spirit has in store right now. So just be mindful of that. Just take a breather. Take a breather. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to take a whole vacation. Some of you guys, if you do, then you do. But I feel like it's taking your mind off of what has been plaguing your mind for a while. Take your mind, if you have workaholic tendencies, things like that, learn how to really maximize your weekends, right? Something like that, okay? I feel like this is an energy of people who might have already seen signs that they need to take a break. So be mindful of that. It's like I said it once, I said it again. Take a break, okay? So that is, I don't feel like this is the first time you guys are hearing this. All right, let's get into the reading. I also felt the need to pull from this deck, which is very colorful and bright, as well as the Work Your Light Oracle, which is also colorful and bright here. I'm getting this energy of being more playful. You need a little bit more play in your life, all right, on a consistent basis is what I feel. So we have the King of Cups coming out. It's coming out in reverse here. There might not be much of an honoring of how you feel. And because you're not honoring how you feel, you're not really living your truth. That's what I'm getting, all right? We have that Ace of Swords coming through, crossing the King of Cups. So this rest and reflection, I think the last time that I did monthly readings, this was the reading. This was the message for Virgos then, which was a couple of months ago. Rest, and it was back-to-back readings saying rest and relax. So I really hope you guys have taken time to do so, and if you haven't, please do so. And if you have already, do so again. It does seem like there needs to be a little bit of a balance between probably work and play. All right. In this moment, it feels like there's a need to take a step back to honor your truth or reflect on your new truth here. There are some emotions that are here that needs to be addressed, and you need to reflect and reassess, or just assess. Okay. All right, now cards. These are a lot of cards. 10 of Cups in reverse. King, all the King cards. Okay, we have the King of Swords, 10 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles, 6 of Wands, and the King of Wands. I'm going to put these back because these were a lot of cards, but what I'm getting there, the assessment, it's something about your assessment. There's a knowledge that needs to come in. So this could be a download, or it can be an assessment. The assessment can make you get new knowledge. There's something about new knowledge that's coming in. If you take a step back and look at the bigger picture, you're going to learn some key elements that you might have been overlooking. That's what I'm getting, all right? Okay. Why does cards keep falling on the goddamn floor? Okay, 2 of Wands. I feel like with the 2 of Wands, somebody was in an energy of, okay, I made a plan. I'm going to do the plan. And now it's like, okay, did you take a step back? See? Did you take a step back with the 7 of Swords coming out? You had a plan. And now you implemented the plan and you're not taking a step back to course correct if need be. Not saying that you need to course correct. You might, some of you guys might need to, but there needs to be a feedback loop with whatever it is this plan is. You made a plan, you take a step, stop, rest, look around, assess if everything is still going well. If not, then course correct it. It seems like there's not enough rest to actually stop and actually see the bigger picture real quick, because some information is being missed. With the Seven of Swords here, it's something that's being missed here, and I feel like this is coming out in your internal world with the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is not the best energy, right? It can be a deceptive energy. With the Tower, okay. See, once again, you're getting, I feel like this is someone, this could be you or someone else. Someone is getting signs to relax, to stop, and take inventory. There's a Seven of Swords energy that might be around, or this could just be you deceiving yourself into thinking everything is okay when it's not. It's something like that, okay? Something is not right and it needs to be corrected, whether it's within you or around you. But if you don't stop to assess, you're gonna miss it, and you're only gonna see it when it becomes a tower. Some of you guys are avoiding this this rest and introspection needed because you don't want to have this tower. Some of you guys, this could be an energy within you. Somebody might not want to see this side of them or have to face this side of them, and that might be a tower. They might be avoiding this tower, so they're just working. You figure out where you are. One more for that Seven of Swords. There's a new way to do things. Some of you, this is definitely an internal, this is an internal energy with the Seven of Swords here. This is an internal energy. There's something that needs to be tweaked internally right now, and so that you can step into Empress mode. That's what's happening. So you're sabotaging your Empress mode right now, okay? Standing tall is what I'm hearing. So you can stand tall as an Empress. It's some type of behavior. You made a plan. You made a plan. Oh God, why did this fall? Okay. Yeah. Okay, Four of Pentacles coming out is very stubborn. Yeah, you made a plan and you're stubborn about this plan. This is how things should be. This is how I'm going to work it out. But if you don't realize that that plan came from a specific place before, it came from a pre-Empress mindset. So let's say you had a plan and now you jumped into Empress mindset. In this Empress mindset, you need to realize like, oh, I didn't really know in pre-Empress mode, right? Now I need to adjust from this Empress mindset. So like getting a job, you have this whole plan of, oh, when I get this job, I'm going to do A, B, C, and D. And then you get the job and you stick to this plan, but it's not working. It's working against you. It's not working out the way you wanted it to. And it's because you made this plan before you actually got into the position. So now you're in the position. Now you're actually experiencing it. You realize it's time to improvise. Okay? But it seems like someone's holding on to their plan that they had and they're being stubborn about that. It's time to improvise. And course correct. Okay. Or else you're going to run into a tower if you stick to your guns with this. Your heart is telling you something. Your heart is telling you. See, with that King of Cups in reverse, your heart is telling you like something isn't right. And the Ace of Swords, you feel like something, this is not an energy of like being in your truth. You're not honoring that. You're like, well, it doesn't feel right to do this way now that I'm in it. But I made this plan, so I got to stick to it. Be flexible. For the sake of your stability with the Four of Wands. In the Four of Wands, Six of Swords, and the Hermit card. This is back to rest and relaxation. There's a need to take a chill pill. Take a chill pill, relax a little bit. You're going to have to move on from that. It's something about a comfort zone here. That Two of Wands is actually very comfortable. And I think it might be because you already had the plan. You already wrapped your mind around having that plan. And so deviating from that plan makes it might cause a little bit of, it might make someone feel unstable. It might make someone feel a little bit of anxiety. And instead of embracing that and saying, okay, well, I need to pivot, someone is just like, no, I'm going to just dig my heels in just for the sake of feeling comfortable. But ultimately, this digging your heels in for comfort's sake is going to lead to an unstable situation. You're seeing the writings on a wall of something that you need to pivot on, all right? With the Six of Swords coming through, if you just take time out to just reflect, you'll realize that there's an easier way to go about this, okay? A more stable way to go about it, or one that can bring more stability. The thing is, if somebody feels like they already created a plan that is going to bring stability, then they might not want to deviate from it. But someone's already getting the emotional inkling that it's not leading to a stable way of carrying on. Okay? This can apply to many things. Ultimately, someone is sticking to a plan despite what their heart is saying. Four of Cups coming out. Someone had, what I feel here is like, oh God, yep, with the double card. It's a matter of like a little bit of control. Because someone is like, someone's going to end up just missing out. Okay, that's the Tower. Just got to say that there, okay? You're going to end up sabotaging if you don't pivot. Okay? Okay. But someone's also like very proud of their plan is what I feel. It's like, I was so proud of this plan. I really thought I had it all worked out. I had it all mapped out. And someone's feeling that disappointment of life changing. You know, life doing what life does, you know. So because someone had, it's a little bit of pride here is what I'm feeling. Because someone doesn't want to admit that their approach might have been wrong, you know. So this is where the double card is coming through. And someone's like standing their ground here with that Page of Pentacles in reverse and a double card. It's like, I don't want to start all over. I don't want to turn a new leaf. I already have this way of doing things. I really locked into that. And I really think I'm right. But, all right. That's a lot of cards that just came out. Page of Cups. Let it flow. Let it flow. Forgiveness is what I'm hearing. Humility. Those are themes. Those are lessons that are coming out of this situation. Okay. Humility is required, so you could just say, okay, maybe I did this wrong. Forgiving yourself for not seeing it, whatever the case is, but there's a softening that needs to happen here. You're the Knight of Cups. Here goes the Cups. The Cups are coming in. The Knight of Cups. Someone wants this thing to work really badly. The Nine of Wands. But they're getting resistance from the outside. In their head, it just worked out so perfectly. But when you're coming from your own perspective, you have to take it into account. See the Queen of Cups. This person has their heart in it. Wow, the Queen of Swords. Someone really, okay. You have to take into account. You have to take into account that there are other people involved in this plan. So when you think that you know what's best, you can't say what's best for everyone involved, right? And you can't anticipate what other people's needs are, or whatever the case is. It's something there. It's something there. Because I feel like there's other people playing a role possibly in this situation. So you thought about best case scenario, you thought like a plan was foolproof, but you didn't take into account that free will plays a role. You didn't take into account that other people have other ideas, that there are a lot of moving parts outside of your plan. And it just seems like, especially if this plan included a bunch of other people, then it would require more. It requires a different way of thinking. It requires more of a collaborative approach as opposed to I know best. All right. So I know that this is coming from a good place with this Queen of Cups and a Queen of Swords. It's coming from a good heart space. But now that someone's realizing like this good plan is not good for everyone. It's good for me. It's not good for everyone else necessarily. And I might need to take a more collaborative approach. Now someone's digging their heels in. And that's when this no longer becomes a good space. This no longer becomes Queen of Cups. And then that's when it becomes like devil energy. That's when it becomes this deceptive Seven of Swords energy here. If you're getting resistance in a situation, pivot. Look for the path of least resistance. In this moment, take the Nine of Wands struggle energy as a sign that, hey, maybe I don't have it all figured out. Okay? Flexibility is very much important. You can have the plans. You know that saying, God laughs at our mother effing plans. Okay? It's great to have a blueprint, but we also have to take into account what happens when we implement. So you take an action, you put an action out into the universe, and then see what the feedback is. That's the feedback loop. And then you adjust. If you get resistance, you can try again and see, but if you keep getting resistance, after a while it's like, okay, hold on. Maybe I should try it a different way, right? So someone's like really being stubborn about that because they're just like, why can't you see that this is coming from a good place? I mean, they have that saying about good intentions, the road paved with good intentions, right? See, I didn't see the double card here, but I said it right, a double card. See, this is when this good intentions is about to turn into this devil energy. Someone's just going to try and white knuckle it and like push through. And it's going to turn someone's good intentions into something sour. It's going to lead to some type of loss. Just ultimately someone needs to humble themselves. Be okay that a plan didn't work out. And course correct. Let go of the old plan. Now there's a new plan. Now that you have more information. See, that's the thing. It's something about new information coming in. You made a plan without having all the pieces of the puzzle. So why would you think that it's going to be a completely accurate plan, right? If somebody got into a new position, for example, they made a plan of what they're going to do despite whoever was in whoever their co-workers were, right? So you get a new job. You have this plan as to that you want to implement. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do that. And these plans you had, you didn't consider the types of characters you're going to run into. You didn't consider their goals or whatever the case is. You didn't consider the types of people. It's something about the people. So now that you got there, you made this plan or the blueprint without all the information, which is fine. But then once you get there and now you meet the people, now you have to say like, okay, now that I have this new information, I know who the players are in this plan. I need to adjust my plan accordingly. That's all. Just adjust your plan according to the new information. Instead of, it's leading to this. The good intentions are about to mean nothing now. Okay? If you dig your heels in, because now it's just becoming a pride and ego thing. All right, let's see what the animal spirit is. Lizard spirit, dream the world into being. Yeah, someone has a vision. Someone has vision, and that's great. Someone has vision enough to create a plan, which is great. With the pig spirit, use your mind wisely. This is where the logic comes in. The ability to pivot. That's being smart. That's being wise as well. All right. Knowing like, okay, it doesn't make sense for me to keep going like this. The smart thing to do is to pivot right now. I need to recognize this moment to course correct. That's using logic. All right. Don't keep banging your head against the wall and expecting different results here, because that's what leads to this. All right. I just want to keep driving that point home, because ultimately, when you take time to actually rest and reflect, you will come to this realization, and it'll lead to a transformative approach. It will lead to a more innovative approach. Okay, we have butterfly spirit. Transformation is beautiful. All right, there's a more innovative approach to whatever this is. Be fearless and bold and see the big picture. I love it. Don't be afraid to make changes for the bigger picture. It's because right now someone's getting caught in the weeds of, but I thought that this was it, and this is what. Don't get caught in the weeds of that. Look at the bigger picture. Okay, what can I do to keep this moving forward? What can I do to keep this running smoothly? I will sacrifice my old plan for the bigger picture. I will sacrifice my approach for the bigger picture. That's what I'm getting here. It feels like work. But it could be other things, obviously. But it just feels like... This feels more like leadership energy. Like someone has a plan for other people, So it could be like a new boss position, right? And you think you know what's best for everybody. And the department is like, no mas. And now you're struggling with that. But it's also that ego that's getting in the way of like, I know what's best, to listen to me. It's giving some of that. Okay, so this could be work, and you could be dealing with this, or someone else could be dealing with this, whatever the case is. But either way, rest. That's the biggest takeaway. Gather your information, assess, course correct. Continue to go through the feedback loop, or begin a feedback loop, please, and be humble enough to do it. Okay, that's the biggest takeaway here. All right, well, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed. Feel free to like, subscribe, share, comment. I'm your IG, Tarot and Heal. If you want a personal reading, check out the info box below. If you want to be an angel donor, check out the Patreon link below. Thank you so much. Till we meet again. Peace.